Metafix is a show that teaches you how to think in the metagame. I am not here to give you the answers, nor am I going to tell you how to win. Metafix teaches you how to play in the metagame and how to react around the metagame and what is in the metagame. If you're looking for the answers, try HC Realms, check the forums, they have all kinds of neat toys and tools and teams being brought up, and check the results of a lot of the ROC tournaments or any Worlds tournaments to see how teams played out and what teams were used for. I'm just here to help you think.
I'm sorry, I stole your cat poking.
What? This is why we can't have nice things. Alright, Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is out. We've played with it. We've sealed it with it. And it's been in a major ROC. So what's good in this set? A lot. Oh man, is there ever a lot of good figures in this set. I'm going to talk about some... This is not... No. No, I have nothing against S.H.I.E.L.D. Recruit. It's just it didn't belong in this particular episode. Let's talk about what is good and why it's good. A good example of what's good and has been proven to be really good has been the Nick Fury from this set. Now, of course, I went and got all unprepared and didn't have his card out to make him... So, his ignore, he's got improved targeting, which ignores elevated and hindering and characters. Amber's giving me a look on her face like, what? Goes with a 9 range with the shield team ability, an 11 attack with 18 defense. He's got stealth, no move and attack, but he's got a trait where he can use shape change. He's got traded shape change. That's not a bad thing now, is it? No, of course not. When Nick Fury targets only the highest point opposing character with an attack, because he does have... No, he's got one. Targets only. Sometimes there's... Anyway. An opposing character with an attack modifies attack and damage values by +1, and he deals penetrating damage. Now, that means any character in a 300-point game that's 150 points or more, or 150 points or more has been spent on that character, you can generally trust that Nick Fury is doing a higher attack, higher damage, and penetrating damage. That said, Nick Fury is going to be the Blaster. He's able to absolutely rip apart the highest point character on your opponent's team at great efficiency. And that also includes things like Sinestro Core batteries that rely on one big figure. Well, now their effect is really only a -1 when you consider that he's got extra attack coming out of it. So it's one of those things that makes Nick Fury great. And in addition to the fact that he's got the shield team ability, which is probably a fantastic shield team. The shield team ability is a fantastic shield team ability. I have to talk to somebody about that one. The Hulk has also proven himself in the same ROC, incidentally, alongside Nick Fury. This Hulk is absolutely amazing. He's got stop clicks with incredibly decent defense. And a dice roll that can ignore damage. That's amazing. And in addition to ignoring the damage, it could turn into invincible, or I believe it could turn into impervious. Look, I have the cards ready this time. No, I don't have the cards ready from this time. Anyway, he stops the damage and then goes further as to make the damage difficult to deal to him, and he gives other characters on your team with the shield keyword outwit. What is Nick Fury's special damage power while I'm looking at it? Watcher's eyes to see secrets. You can use probability. This character's amazing. With Assassin, Cosmic, Past, Shield, Soldier... He's got Cosmic keyword. So, wow. I'm discovering more and more things as I actually talk about this character. Because Cosmic, if you can build a Cosmic team and put entities on that team maintains its keyword. We'll talk about that on another episode. Carrying on with this episode and how awesome S.H.I.E.L.D. is. So Hulk, Nick Fury. Nick Fury keeps coming back, and every time I talk about a character, right? Let's talk about Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is simply fantastic on a S.H.I.E.L.D. team or a Soldier team or any team that shares a keyword with him. He specifically stands out in a S.H.I.E.L.D. team, though. He's got incredibly amazingly consistent attack values. He's got a defense power that gives him energy shield, and the characters who are adjacent to him also have energy shield. As well, it gives him sidestep and toughness. He's got traded leadership, which, at 150 points is pretty reasonable at a 300 point level. As well, part of that same trait, if he hits with an attack, I believe it was shield characters, characters with the shield keyword can use probability control when they attack. So, in addition to having great stats that are likely to hit, he adds on the fact that characters who are less likely to hit are now more likely to hit because they have prob. And he has enhancement. Steve Rogers is a character that can turn a team, a bubble of nasty, even nastier. Some examples that can make that nastier. Let's talk about the bodyguard. The shield bodyguard comes in first click, not so impressive. 17 defense with the fend, sidestep, not great. Push him. 18 defense with the fend. Push him again. Is that 15 defense with the fend? But that's support. Oh man, that is a toolbox character in a nutshell. As well, if you have lower defense characters that could be near Steve Rogers with shield, if somehow you have something lower than a 17, which seems to be the standard nowadays, keep them near that guy. They're now up to 17. Add in Steve Rogers. They're now up to a 20 or 19 defense at range. Amazing. I've actually managed to skip over Nick Fury on this, who already has 18 defense anyway. But, they're both shield. Tom brought this up on the Metal Lab if you watch the show. Blaka is going to be one of those guys that makes up a team and is probably going to fare better in no tactics. He's got traded Barrier and Smoke Cloud that he can use as a free action to drop one of them. In addition, his Smoke Cloud is better than normal Smoke Cloud with -2 to attack if you can't ignore the Smoke Cloud, as well as Psychic Blast at 6 range, 3 damage. He's a good 3rd level, 2nd level attacker, depending on how big your 1st level attacker is. So, something to look at. He also flies and phases. So, not a lot gets in his way as far as movement, so he's super mobile. Cav Falcon, at first glance, he's not great. But the pigeons make him. Now, granted, the pigeons are going to be a problem with things like poison, etc. But if you can base with the pigeons, attack with Red Wing initially, soften them up, meanwhile on the outside run with the Captain America throwing attacks into your opponent, he's going to run rampant unchecked. So if you're playing against him, check him. His defense is relatively reasonable at 18. With a 7 range, he can really get around, and I believe that comes with some form of energy shield. Next up is going to be my personal new member of the pit crew. Now, I'm ashamed of myself for having not done the pit crew episode after the set came out, because there's a lot of characters in the set that make up a new good pit crew, like the bodyguard did, like the paranormal investigator does. The paranormal investigator comes without wit, small point value, and willpower, so he can move around. As well, he's got the shield team ability, which makes him great. At 40 points, he's pretty good for what you get. Add on to the fact that second click in, he's got probability control, and he's got this consistent movement power that gives him stealth. As well as stealth, he has the ability to take an adjacent character and say they can't use stealth or shape change. Think about all those characters that have a problem, that give you that kind of problem. And just put them next to him, because it's a free action in order to activate that. Can't complain about that, right? Now, next sleeper agent is 2-part. It's Fitz. Fitz has TK. Fitz gives out wit. Fitz has prob, kind of, if he has the right characters on his team. Fitz also brings his monkey. His monkey, Henry, is really a big standout as well. So Fitz has been on teams in this same ROC where Nick Fury, were the first major tournament where Nick Fury was seen. Fitz was there, brought his monkey, helped the Hulk, helped Nick Fury win that tournament. That tournament didn't need possession. It didn't have any entities on it at all. It had Fitz, brings a monkey for free, Nick Fury, and the Hulk. That was a team along with a Green Battery, I believe it was. So, as you can imagine, this is a pretty decent set when you can take a look at, say, oh, there's entities out there, I don't need them. As well, the vehicles do add to the game, just not necessarily in the tactics-filled meta. We're going to talk about them in the next episode. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And remember, practice makes your team better.
The opinions and thoughts brought to you in Metafix are not meant for the casual game at the table. Married with Clix is brought to you by Majestic's Heroclix sales down in Costa Mesa, California. Right now, they're in the middle of storefront change. In the meantime, don't forget to check out their eBay store. If you check the link down below, they always have great Heroclix stuff at fantastic prices, and they'll ship just about anywhere.